Welcome everyone to the channel where we dive deep into the latest buzz, the biggest headlines, and the stories that everyone is talking about in the world of entertainment and high-profile personalities. Today, we have some truly incredible updates that have been circulating online, and if you have been keeping an eye on the rising stars of the industry, you know exactly why the names Ibrahim and the rest of the family have been trending so heavily lately. There is so much to unpack regarding the recent recognition and the massive waves they are making in the digital space, so let's get right into the heart of what is happening. If you've been following the journey of these young icons, you'll know that the spotlight seems to follow them wherever they go, and for good reason. Recently, there has been a lot of conversation surrounding some major milestones, specifically regarding nominations that have caught everyone's attention. It is not every day that you see such a swift rise to prominence, but when you have the combination of talent, legacy, and a genuine connection with the audience, it's almost inevitable. The industry is buzzing with the news of these nominations, and it really goes to show that the hard work being put in behind the scenes is finally being recognized on a massive scale. One of the most interesting things about this latest update is how it reflects a shift in how we view these public figures. We are seeing a transition from just being well-known names to being serious contenders in the professional sphere. The recognition in these prestigious categories isn't just a win for the individuals involved, but it's a moment of pride for the entire fan base that has been supporting them since day one. It's that sense of growth and the evolution of their careers that keeps all of us glued to our screens, waiting to see what their next big move is going to be. Now, we have to talk about the social media aspect, because that is where the real magic happens. We saw some beautiful updates shared across various platforms, especially during the transition into the new year. It was a time of celebration, reflection, and sharing gratitude with the millions of followers who tune in every day. The posts we saw were not just your standard celebrity updates, they felt personal, grounded, and very much in touch with the fans. Seeing that side of their lives, where they take a moment to say thank you and share their happiness, is exactly why the connection with the audience is so strong. It's that human element that sets them apart from the rest of the noise on the internet. When we look back at the start of the year, it was clear that 2022 was going to be a massive period of growth, and as we move forward, that momentum hasn't slowed down one bit. The way they interact with their social media community is a masterclass in building a brand while staying true to yourself. Whether it's a simple thank you message or a glimpse into their holiday celebrations, every post resonates because it feels authentic. Fans are always looking for that behind-the-scenes look, and when it's delivered with such grace and positivity, it's no wonder the engagement levels are off the charts. The nominations we mentioned earlier are really the cherry on top of what has been a spectacular run. It's one thing to be popular, but it's another thing entirely to be nominated for awards that signify professional excellence. This shift is something we've been discussing for a while, and seeing it come to fruition is incredibly satisfying for anyone who follows the industry closely. It signals that the transition into more serious, high-stakes projects is well underway, and the industry at large is ready to embrace this new wave of talent with open arms. As we look at the broader picture, it's also important to acknowledge the support system that makes all of this possible. The fans play such a huge role in this journey, and it's something that the stars themselves never fail to mention. In every update, in every message of gratitude, there is a clear acknowledgement that without the audience, none of these nominations or milestones would carry the same weight. It's a two-way street, and right now that relationship between the icons and the fans is stronger than it has ever been. What makes this particular news cycle so engaging is the sheer positivity surrounding it. In an industry that can sometimes be overshadowed by negativity or unnecessary drama, seeing a story about success, gratitude, and professional recognition is a breath of fresh air. It's the kind of news that makes you want to hit that subscribe button and stay updated because you want to see where this journey leads next. We are essentially watching the making of the next generation of superstars, and every update feels like a new chapter in a very exciting book. If you haven't already, now is the perfect time to make sure you are following all the updates closely, because things are moving fast. Between the awards circuits, the new project announcements, and the constant stream of engaging content on social media, there is never a dull moment. The energy is high, the stakes are even higher, and the talent on display is undeniable.
We are keeping a very close watch on how these nominations play out and what the next set of social media updates will reveal about upcoming ventures. The way the news has been received across different platforms tells us a lot about the current landscape of entertainment. People are looking for figures who are not only talented, but also relatable and appreciative of their platform. The recent messages of thanks and the joy shared during the New Year period have solidified that bond. It's a reminder that at the end of the day, even the biggest stars are fueled by the love and support of their community. This sense of togetherness is what drives the high engagement we see every time a new photo or video is posted.
There's also a subtle message here about perception versus reality. The update basically points out that the public hadn't seen the pieces together, but that doesn't mean the connection wasn't real. It only means it wasn't visible yet. In celebrity culture, that distinction is huge. So much happens off camera, and by the time the public sees it, the relationship has already been developing. That's why these joining moments can feel sudden, even when, for the people involved, it's been a long time coming. And honestly, that's part of why this kind of news is so addictive. It invites the audience to play analyst. People start reading the game film, they rewind interviews, scan event photos, pay attention to who stood next to who was invited where, and what changed over time. It turns casual viewers into detectives, and that's exactly the type of engagement that keeps royal family-style celebrity news channels growing. One more thing I want to mention is how the message around this joining is being communicated. It's not aggressive, it's not trying to drag anyone. It's presented as something hopeful, with a tone of, "I hope you like this update, stay tuned." That matters because it sets the mood. Instead of making it about conflict, it makes it about interest and anticipation. And in today's celebrity news world, that's actually refreshing. Controversy gets clicks, sure, but genuine curiosity and romantic intrigue keep people coming back. So here's where we are right now. A special joining is being talked about. It surfaced through an appearance that made people pay attention. The public didn't previously see how these pieces fit, but now the connection is becoming clearer. And the way it's framed suggests this relationship was a journey that led to a real decision to come together at a certain time. That's the update. And now the big question is what happens next. Because once the public starts watching a pairing closely, everything becomes a signal. Every event invitation, every public outing, every shared space becomes a headline, and if they continue appearing together, the conversation will only get bigger. If you've been following royal family-style celebrity updates for a while, you know this is exactly the phase where things can either become more public and more confirmed, or stay quiet with only occasional appearances. Either way, the audience is already invested because the element of surprise is there, and the journey angle makes it feel like something that's been building to this point. So keep your eyes open. The next appearance could tell everyone a lot more than any official statement ever could. And if you've got thoughts on this joining, whether you saw it coming or it shocked you, drop your take in the comments. The real fun with these updates is hearing how